Hello everybody and welcome back with Professor Chavez. Today we're going to learn about integers too. On the last video we learned about addition and subtraction, and on this video we're going to learn about multiplication and division. Now for the first fundamentals. For multiplication and division, we know that if it has the same sign, either for the product or quotient, the answer is always going to be positive. Now, if they have different signs and we're trying to find the product or quotient, the answer is going to be a negative. Alright guys, let's go ahead and practice. Example 1. 5 times 3 equals. So if we notice the 5 and the 3 are both positive, and a positive times a positive is a positive. 5 times 3 equals 15. Now, the way to write this as a verbal expression, we are going to say the product of 5 and 3 is 15. Example 2. 36 divided by 6 equals. The 36 is positive and the 6 is positive. A positive divided by a positive is going to be a positive. 36 divided by 6 equals 6. So we're going to say the quotient of 36 and 6 is 6. Alright guys, example 3. Negative 5 times negative 3 equals. We know the 5 is negative and the 3 is negative. A negative times a negative is a positive. And 5 times 3 equals 15. Now, the product of negative 5 and negative 3 is 15. Example 4. Negative 48 divided by negative 8. A negative divided by a negative is a positive. 48 divided by 8 is 6. The quotient of 48 and negative 8 is 6. Example 5. 5 times negative 3 equals. We know the 5 is positive and the 3 is negative. A positive times a negative is a negative. 5 times 3 equals 15. So then that will give us negative 15. The product of 5 and negative 3 is negative 15. Example 6. Negative 48 divided by 8 equals. We know the 48 is negative and the 8 is positive. A negative divided by a positive is going to be a negative. 48 divided by 8 is 6. So that gives us negative 6. So the quotient of negative 48 and 8 is negative 6. Alright guys, now the final rule we're going to learn is if there is an odd number of negative signs, the product is always going to be negative. If you notice here, we have 1, 2, 3 negatives. So that means my answer is going to be a negative. Now, if there is an even number of negative signs, the product is positive. So we have 1 negative here and 1 here. So whenever you can make a pair, that means it changes to a positive. So I know my final answer for this one will be a positive answer. Now for this slide right here, go ahead and answer it and write the verbal expression for each one. On this slide right here, all we want to determine is if my final answer is going to be a negative or a positive. Thank you for joining, and see you next time.